Okay, here's a quick video about Mattercontrol and why I like it so much. Alright, so first of all, Mattercontrol is really easy to do. You want to connect the printer, it tells you right there, connect. Very simple. It'll ask you how to connect it, whether you want to do it manually or skip the connection, but usually you want to do it manually. Or it will auto-detect if your printer is working properly. Straightforward. You can set up a profile here. In this particular case, I'm using the Eris, so that's what I use. The settings are right here, which is nice and easy. So you just click on this and it'll tell you stuff like layers and surfaces. And then if you're smart, you'll go into the options here and you can, I think it was advanced, no. Show help, there it is, right here. You click on this, on show help, and then if you are a beginner, it gives you all the explanation of what everything is in there and how to use it. So that's one of the things I really like about Mattercontrol. It's really straightforward. It'll tell you about the infill, the speed of print, and what it does, whether it's the inner layer that it's printing or the outer layer, or it's bridging stuff. It's all in there. Raft, if you are having trouble with your models connecting up to the or adhering to the build plate, which is very, very rare, gotta say this, with all the Me CNC products. They are awesome, especially the Eris. That's the one that I've used so far, but based on the videos that I've seen other people printing on, it feels like you don't really have this problem. Then what else we got? Support material, output options. In some cases you want to use this option here, which is very useful, which makes your model show up in the middle of the build platform every time. Of course, if you want to put multiple objects and you want to arrange it differently, then you want to switch this off. What else? There's an option for single print, which sometimes I like to use, which is a spiral vase or vase. It works really well with things that don't have like a middle in them. So like a vase would be a good example, and a ring would be a good example of what you could print using this option. Then of course you got the filament. In this particular case, it's nice and easy. It's just regular PLA, and it tells you this and the diameter of the filament. But you could be using Ninja Flex, I think, or ABS. I think that the Eris is supposed to be able to use those. I haven't tested it out because I don't actually have any of that filament, but I'm pretty sure that it will work for you. Of course, if you're going to use Ninja Flex or ABS, since it's not an enclosed printer, I wouldn't print anything that's too tall, just for your own safety, because you might just mess up the whole print if it's too tall. What else about? Oh, you can have the controls in here, so the movement, if you want to align stuff, or test out if there's a problem with one of the motors, which so far hasn't happened, so let's keep our fingers crossed on that. You have the firmware updates. They're very useful. You can go for the stable version or the beta version. I actually preferred the beta version. I don't know what the alpha version does. I haven't really messed with that too much. Options, I don't really mess around with this, but if you didn't want to use Mattercontrol to slice and you have Cura, then you can use the Cura engine there, or this other slicer. I mean, I don't know, I haven't tried this one. I know the Cura engine works, but I honestly prefer using the Mattercontrol. options. So I think that's pretty much it. You can always go in the help up here for the forums, wiki, or you can report a bug if you have a problem. I usually check for update for the most current version of the beta, but if you find a version that works for you, you don't have to keep changing it. You can just keep what you have. And that's it. That's it for Mattercontrol. That's the basics. You can easily import a new printer if you decide to use a different printer, and also another thing that you could do is add new files right here. That's the easy, fast way to get a new file in there. You just add file to queue. It'll open up something, you know. It'll open up this tab here where you can figure out wherever you decide to store your stuff, whether it's on a desktop or in a specific folder, but you find it and then open it up, and then all you need to do is press back here on the back button. Oops, went too far. Local library, was that what was opened? Yeah, there we go. Local library, and then it'll find blinky eyes calibration and Q. There we are, Q. What you want to press is on Q, and those are where all the files that you previously printed will show up. And there's a lot that I made from scratch that I was working on. Alright, well, that's pretty much all you need to know about Mattercontrol. And if I fail to explain something, then you can always use the advanced options, right? And then option show help to fill in any gaps that I wasn't able to get done in this video. Alright, hope you enjoy.